How are you? Happy Monday. Thanks for joining me. It's great to see you. So good. God, it's so good to see you. Look at this new mug here. I got a mug with a smiley face on it. I thought, hey, maybe that'll help me smile. And it does. I have what's called, and this is a medical condition. Getting right into it today. Getting right into the juice. Medical condition called resting NPR face. I've been battling with it since I was about 7. People look at me, they say, what's wrong with you? Why are you mad? What's wrong with your face? And it is a perpetual resting NPR face that kind of says, I hear what you're saying, but I will be fact-checking it. I will be fact-checking it after the farmer's market. Okay, then we have to drop off our compost. Then we got to take the kids to gender fluid knitting class, and then I'll fact check this, and I'll get back to you. So I gotta work on it. And I told you last time I gotta write smile. I gotta smile. It works, man. You gotta fake it. I'm like 90% faking everything in life. Little secret. And then sometimes it works. You keep faking, and go, oh, this guy's a good lover. And then you got a wife. And that's what happens. So, a little bit of a busy set here today. I got the coffee. I also have the seltzer because I want to share this with you guys. If anybody shut up! The horns, I can't take it. New York's back now, and it's as oppressive as it has ever been. But I'm so excited about this. Maybe I told you I gotta sell, and this is not an ad. This feels like an ad, right? It feels like I'm about to do an ad. I'm not getting ads on this. Patreon is how I support this, and you can help me on Patreon. But this is a homemade seltzer machine, and I anticipated it would change my life, and guess what? It has. It has. So I just want you to hear. I mean, it takes 2 seconds. I keep it on my little bar there. And you have, I just want you to hear this. I'm gonna pour this seltzer into the microphone. Seltzer. Delicious. So I make it, and then I put it in a what's it called? Mason jar, and I take it to go like a real Brooklyn douchebag. I pull out my mason jar of homemade seltzer at a party. I'm socially challenged in some respect because I show up to parties and they go, hey, T-Bone, you want a drink? What do you want? What do you want? A Fuzzy Mary? I don't know. I don't even know what drinks are. You want a Bloody Manhattan, dude? T-Bone's here. Get him a fucking fizzy Shelly. Get him a Nightmare on the Rocks. And I go, actually, Tom, I brought my own seltzer from home. I'll be standing in the corner with mild to extreme social anxiety, trying to smile. Cheers. We're back, baby. We're back. New York's coming back. I have made the decision. About a week ago, I am no longer wearing a mask outside. Ooh, It's a decision I made. Once we reached the point where I knew anyone who can get vaxxed, I'm pulling back on the mask. So that's a decision I made. Because you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking, if you're waiting for somebody to tell you, you can take it off now. Take it off. Go live your little life again. It ain't going to happen unless you live in Florida or Texas. So, I thought about it. Like everything I do now, I journal about it. I talk about it in therapy. I talk to my higher power about it. I do have a higher power. It is gelato, but it doesn't matter. You pick your higher power. So I thought, you know what? No more mask for T-Bone outside. Of course I'll wear it inside. Wherever it's a rule, like an actual rule, I'll do it. But there's never been a rule to wear it outside. I still as far as I've seen, don't see any evidence that it spreads outside. Show me the money. Show me the evidence, and I'll start doing it. Because if this actually, if wearing a mask outside actually worked, wouldn't it have been a mandated law or something? So that's a decision that I made. It's a personal decision. I don't judge anyone for wearing them. Whatever makes you happy. And when I saw that everyone can get vaxxed, who can get vaxxed? And in fact, I talked to a nurse last night. Oh, did I talk to a nurse last night who came to a show? It was actually Friday night. Okay, 3 nights ago. And she goes, she said, I don't wear the mask. She said, I'm done with the mask. I don't wear it on the subway. I don't wear it anywhere. And she's a pro-vaccine woman. And I told her I wasn't getting the vaccine. She said, why? Or she asked me why. I told her why. And she said, I think maybe you should get one. And I said, okay, you're the one I want to talk to. I don't listen to freaking Fauci anymore. Tell me why. I want info from someone she works in the emergency room. She's on the front lines. And she said, the only reason I should get a mask is to protect those who decide not to get it. Okay. Hold the phone. This is where I may veer off from some other people, because why is it my responsibility? And hey, if it was to protect the elderly, again, like I said, if this vaccine killed elderly people and it was the youngsters' responsibility to get vaccinated to save their lives, I would do it in a second. But that's not the case. So she was saying somebody who's obese, who's sick, but also hesitant to get the vaccine, she said, you need to take it to protect them. I don't do that anymore. I don't try to save people who can save themselves anymore. So that's where I draw the line, right? It just seems crazy to me. Because if that was a rule, start doing that for everything. Okay, people are going to make bad decisions, and they're going to drink, and they're going to go out and drink and drive. All right, so Tyler, don't drive, okay? Protect those people who are swerving all over the street, who had 45 shots. They got hookers in the back seat. They're getting a handy on the highway. Tyler, you don't drive on the street on Friday and Saturday nights between 8 and 2 a.m. so that they don't kill anybody. No, man. You'd live your life at your own risk. Okay, so hey, got that out of the way. But, I think a lot of people are starting to get really lazy with it. There's 3 camps, right? There's the maskers, there's the no maskers, and then there's the third camp of people, that's what I was in, who wore the mask because they were afraid of being socially shamed. And I realized it turned into like a gang, very tribal gang-like situation. You had your maskers, your no maskers, and then your third group of people. And you kind of you knew who they were, right? Like you would have your mask on. You'd have the mask on, right? And you can kind of tell. Maybe it was just below the nose right here. You could, even if it was right below the nose, you go, oh, this is an anti-masker who's afraid to take it off. And it was like a gang signal, right? We actually knew, you could tell who they were, and this is what we did. You might not have seen it. We would do it on back alleys and stuff. You would signal that you're wearing the mask, but that you're a big pussy. So this is what we would do. You'd see somebody, and you'd pull it down. You would just pull it down like that, right there, and show your face and give a little nod. And then they would pull it down, and then you would both kiss on the mouth. And that was kind of how you showed, hey, I'm not into this. So that's what I've been doing all winter. I've been kissing strangers in side alleys, back alleyways and such, patios and whatnot. And it's how we showed our unity and also gave each other a little smooch, a little love. But people are getting lazy. That's so funny, man. But they still want a virtue signal. So you got the people who don't wear the mask, and then somebody walks. I love this move. What are we doing? You'll see them walking down the street, no mask on. Somebody will come towards them and they'll do this move. They'll literally pull the mask out of the pocket and just cover the face. Just put it over the nose, crumpled up, not even on the face, and just do this for 2.25 seconds. The person goes, they put the mask away. It's man, what a fucking hero. What a hero. What did they just save? 200 lives by doing that little Kleenex to the nose move? So I just decided, look, I'm just not wearing it anymore. Not outside. I wear it inside, you know. You still have to wear it. Like you go to I went to a restaurant. They're like, if you're standing up, you have to wear it. If you're sitting down, you don't. So that's a fun arbitrary rule. But I'm wearing it in a comedy club. I'm performing inside again. You wear it. Then I go when I host and I take it off and spread my droplets everywhere and then put it back on when I'm alone in a hallway. So it's all very logical. But speaking of comedy clubs, maybe you recall last week I mentioned that I lost a job to a certain politician, Mr. Andrew Yang. That's right. Andrew Yang took my spot hosting Dave Chappelle. Because as we know, the rich Asian politicians are stealing the white man's job. You can see that being clipped out, right? If I get famous, that will be clipped out. Take it. Take the clip. So, maybe you've heard the development that happened from that night from Andrew Yang being at the comedy club. A comic was outside and brought Andrew Yang over to interview him. And let's see. I'm going to pull it up right now. Andrew Yang Comedy Club. Here it is. Come on. Wow, did they take it down? You gotta be. Oh, there it is. All right, so this comedian pulls Andrew Yang aside. This is after he hosts, after he takes my job. He's outside.
Can a man keep his Timbs on?
Can a man keep his Timbs on?
Yeah, while he's fucking bitches, can a man keep his Timbs on?
Can a man keep his Timbs on while he's fucking a bitch?
Oh, I really...
Oh, Lord.
I'm in disbelief. I think it's purely up to your partner, right? I mean, if your partner is cool with it...
That's what I'm saying.
I love Andrew Yang.
He choke bitches. He choke bitches.
Whoa, did he say you choke bitches? Let's watch that again. Then he said, do you choke bitches, Andrew Yang? Whoa, you can see the panic setting in. Remember, I could have been hosting, this could have been me in this interview, and I would have been fine. Okay, Andrew Yang starts laughing, and he's going, no. He's pacing, because he's so uncomfortable. He's going, enough, can't do this anymore. And he is laughing, and he's laughing because he's uncomfortable, not because he thought the joke was funny. Well, turns out, did the news media have fun with this? Because, man, this thing fucking blew up. Every news outlet is, this just in, is Andrew Yang a misogynist? Andrew Yang laughs at misogynist jokes. Andrew Yang is a pedophile. So that was the whole clip. So my point is, guys, let Tyler do his job. All right? Let the comedians handle this. Let that be a lesson to you, Andrew Yang, because I know you're watching. I know Andrew Yang's watching this. We're back. I'm hosting shows again. It's, it feels weird. People are still, we don't have the energy yet to get back to a full show and have people, these shows are like 1.5, 2 hours long. You can feel the crowd deflating after about 40 minutes. So as a host, the job has never been harder, but it's a good challenge for me. I like it because I have to face my fear of letting people down, of my savior complex. I've never had a harder time doing stand-up than right now, and I'm like, don't do it anymore. Maybe just don't do it anymore. Maybe just do a podcast and do voiceover, but I'm not going to stop. I got to face the fear, because that's my biggest fear right now. Hosting a comedy show it's bringing me a lot of anxiety. Let's just say that. So I'm going to stick to it. I have a checklist of things now. If you're afraid of something, take a step back, figure out why you're afraid of it. And now I make a checklist. Hey, and I do pray. I pray. That came from being in 12-step meetings. I have to pray. I have to ask for what I want. If that's, hey, please make this a fun night. I want to be grounded. I want to do service to the crowd. I want to have fun. I want to enjoy it myself. I hope they enjoy it. Be civil with the comedians. Be grounded. And man, it works. I have to have a checklist after every show. I have to go down this list and say yes or no to all these questions. Did I take a risk? Did I try something new? Because I felt myself becoming stagnant and sort of complacent. Yes, we were in a pandemic for a year and I didn't really do comedy for a year, so it makes sense. But I want to be accountable for this. I'm getting older. I'm 34. I'm not exactly where I want to be with stand-up, which is okay. And so that's my new thing. I do the checklist. Yeah. And it's getting, the woker we get, the tougher it is to do comedy. And I have guys, I heard Bill Burr talking about this on a podcast, and then his opener, a guy who used to open for him, Paul Verzi, really, really awesome guy, funny guy. He was on the shows, and he was like, dude, New York's becoming the hardest place to do comedy, because he tours. He does Atlanta, he does all over the country, and he's like, it sucks. And I got a little nervous because I'm like, and now am I crafting my stand-up to like fit the wokeness and stuff? And so I might hit the road. I might hit the road a little bit. If you live in a town or city or village, let me know. I might get Freddie and I don't know, rent a van or a camper or something. Or I gotta get out of New York. I can't keep doing these 10 to 15 minute sets. I need to explore and do longer sets and stuff. So just putting that out in the universe. Hello. And it looks like we're going to be open now till 12. They're extending the curfew. To 12. Wow. That does feel late. Cuomo is... well, as you guys know, let's get into this. As you know, I was attacked by Cuomo at a comedy show. And maybe you saw it, but I got a call from Tucker Carlson, his producer, and they said, we heard the story. 10 women have come out. You're the 11th, and you're not a woman. You're a man. You're a comedian. Would you like to come on the show and tell your story? So I know a lot of people don't like Tucker Carlson, but he's the only one kind of exposing all of these people outing Cuomo. So I'll show you the clip. This is me talking to Tucker Carlson about being sexually abused by Governor Cuomo. Here you go. Well, Governor Cuomo now has 10 women accusing him of sexual misconduct. Tonight, an 11th has come forward. This time, it's not a woman, it's a man. Comedian Tyler Fisher. Tyler, thanks for joining us. So, Cuomo's denying all this outright, but you have photo evidence. What's your reaction to that? Thanks for having me, Tucker. So this was last year before the pandemic. I'm on stage telling my jokes. I hear this guy, he's heckling, he's drunk. He goes, I could do better than you, you're not funny. I said, all right, come up here and be funnier than me. It was Governor Cuomo, grabs my face, then he kisses me on the mouth, cups my balls as he whispers in my ear, I'm gonna kill your grandparents. And then he stumbles off stage, out of the club. It was crazy. I still haven't gotten over it. And nobody will report on this but us, I guarantee it. The press conference, he blames it on being Italian. Oh, we're Italian, we're touchy people, we're touchy people. Yeah. That's crazy. Thank you, Tyler. Thanks, Tucker. I appreciate it. And if you see Cuomo, protect your meatballs, because he's coming for them. It's too good. So, took a risk going on the show. I know I'm going to lose some followers and stuff, but... Tucker was willing to cover that story, and so I could tell my truth. And nothing will happen. Cuomo will remain governor, and nothing will happen. How crazy is that? He was exposed for lying about how many nursing home deaths there were. He got 10 women accusing him of sexual misconduct, one comedian accusing him of, we'll call it extreme heckling / sexual misconduct. You heard it. He cut my balls. We'll just say it outright. He molded my my meatballs, and he tried putting them in a nice fucking bolognese. Speaking of getting back into dating, big news. I gotta get back to it, okay? I want a relationship. I want a wife, okay? I want to have a wife who bothers me. I want to have a wife like Sebastian Maniscalco's wife, who's going in the restaurants and cafes taking forever. She'll go in to get a muffin. She'll come back 2 hours later and say, babe, I work in the fucking bakery now. What's going on? So I have to start. We are so uncomfortable talking to one another now for many reasons. For many, many, many reasons. So I gotta just swallow it, and I gotta get back to the wild. I gotta get back in the wild. I'm fine. I'm fine using dating apps, but I want to try meeting a lady in the lady of the land. I meet a lady out in the land. So I said, I gotta just start going up to women, talking to them, courting them, all that stuff that I'm terrified of, because that's the only way it's gonna happen. And you have to do it over and over. If you're afraid to talk to women, and I guess I am gendering this because that is the typical gender role, is that men go and court women. Though that's changing a little bit. So okay, if this rolls over to some gals who are starting to ask out men, then you can take this tip too. Just get comfortable chatting with strangers. You don't have to rush into, okay, I see a cute person, I need to go get their number, ask them out on a date. You know, if you're ready for that, if you have that kind of confidence, go for it. But when I have to start retraining myself to even talking to strangers, making pleasantries, not sounding like a nervous fucking serial killer person, because people pick up on that. So I just go out, and it doesn't matter who it is. It could be a man, it could be a woman, it could be in anything. It could be an old person. It could be. I don't want to say kid. Let's not say kid. But yeah, say kid. Whatever. We want to get used to just saying anything. Okay, that's the other secret. It doesn't matter what you say, because if it turns out this person is single and interested in going on a date with you, it doesn't matter what you say. It doesn't matter. So. It's so I have anxiety thinking about it. So I said, today I'm gonna talk to 2 women. I'm just gonna go up and start talking to 2 women. And I know you probably think that's easy for me because I do stand up and do this #1 podcast in the world, but it ain't easy. Rejection is tough, man. You don't know. Women will go, ugh. They'll do things like that. They'll roll their eyes at you. They'll go, whoa. They'll say, I have a boyfriend, get away from me. I had a woman do that to me at a show on Friday night. I go around after the show and I talk to the crowd and ask them to follow me on Instagram. So I'm walking up towards this group. There's a woman sitting there and she goes, oh, hey, I'm just here waiting for my boyfriend. Okay? I was like, okay, hands up, don't shoot. I'm actually going to talk to these people, but thank you for letting me know you have a boyfriend. So that stuff happens a lot. So just say something. Make small talk. Say something. And God, it's way harder because the freaking masks too. Talk about a challenge. Holy cow. But I'll just say, whatever. Nice day out. Or, hey, it's very nice out. It's all weather based. I'm very bland when it comes to chatting up the gals. But this is what I came up with. You mostly see women sitting alone in the park reading. So this was a line I came up with. Let me know what you think. I go up to a gal and I go, is that wrong? Am I being a massage? You saying gal? Is that bad? I don't know. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck, you gals. Because women call... I called a woman a girl. I go, there were some cute girls there. My friend goes, is that okay to call them girls? And I said, well, women call men boys, like, all the time. Oh, I met a cute boy. So, all right. Case dismissed. I go up to them if they have a book, and I say, excuse me. I go, you're not going to believe how that book ends. That's my line. That's it. That's my opener. That's my new opener. We'll test it out. We'll see how it works. We'll bring it back. We'll workshop it. It doesn't matter. You just have to start a conversation. So I go, ho, ho, ho. Sometimes I'll do that. That helps. Ho, 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 ho. You're not going to believe the ending of that book. You're going to be your mind's going to be blown. Now they're thinking, this guy reads. He reads books to their entirety, till the end. He knows about the ending. He's got an opinion about the ending. He's got some passion. He's got a labradoodle, because Freddie's right there, healing, right next to me. He's part of this equation. And I did that twice in a day. One woman I went up to, I did it. We had a great chat. She takes her mask off, and I go, this person is very young. And I walked away. We'll leave it at that. The mask is creating a lot of problems. Not only do you not know if someone's attractive, you don't quite know their age. A lot from somebody's eyes, because the eyes develop first, right? It's like a dog's paws. The dog's paws are very large first, and then they go, that's going to be a big dog. Look at his paws. That's going to be a big one. It's the same with the eyes. That's why babies have large eyes. The eyes develop first. So the eyes are kind of full size before the rest of the body kicks in. Take a note of that. You'll notice that. Look at kids. They got big, beautiful. Where's that picture of me as a fucking hot kid? Where is it? It's not here. The one that led Michael Jackson to having sex with me because he saw that photo online. So then the mask comes off, and then you really get to see the features. Okay. Hey, look. Hey, this is part of it, guys. You're going to go up to women. Some are going to reject you. Some are going to tell you to fuck off. Some are going to roll their eyes. And some of them are going to be kids. Also keep in mind, hey, look, I know this feels like I'm treading on some dangerous waters here, but keep in mind, I'm 5'2", okay? Let's have some context here, okay? I'm 5'2". Most women, this is a fact. This is a factoid. Most women are only willing to date their height or taller, okay? Their height or taller. So I know that's in the brain. I've been rejected probably 50 to 100 times based on my height. And that's actually a pretty conservative number. I'd say it's over 100. Combining in person, meeting a girl, going on a first date, and then her saying, you know what, you're actually too short, I can't do this. Or women outright on Tinder just going, hey, I'm only here for the tallies. I just matched with 3 women. 2 out of 3 said I'm only willing to date 5'8" or up. One said 5'8" or up. The other said 6 foot or up. And I quote, she said, I'm looking for my tall king. I am looking for my tall king. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. And I was like, well, I hope you're also okay with dating a small jester. I read on, said maybe she's into tall kings and tiny court jesters. She was not, so I had to leave the kingdom. So when I see somebody, I have to take that into account. And obviously that brings into some awkward situations like this one I just had. My point is, I'm the size of a child, and so we throw that one out because it's a numbers game. I tried it again. You're not gonna believe me. You're not gonna. I did a little Tucker Carlson laugh. You're not gonna believe that ending. And she goes, really? And she bit, right? Now we're just chatting. That's all you need. You need an in. You can go, hey, the Holocaust was crazy. What? It doesn't matter. I'm telling you, it doesn't matter. They're going to go, what? And you're going to go, it was crazy, right? And they'll go, yeah. And you go, where do you live? She go, what? You go, where do you live? It's around here. What street? She goes, this is what apartment? I'm just trying to look. We're in a pandemic. I really want to date locally. So I got a bite. And I'm also trying not to get the Instagram or the social media handle. I'm trying to I don't know how else to say it. I'm trying to man up, guys. I'm not going to pretend anymore that women don't want a man to man up. Correct me if I'm wrong. I may have told this story before. I'm not sure. My ex-girlfriend, this is somebody who I was in love with for about a year. Someone I'd fallen in love with. She was in a relationship, so I kept my distance, okay? Some pre-pandemic stuff with post-pandemic terms. We ended up dating, okay? She becomes single. We end up dating. I confess to her that I had been in love with her for a long, long time. And she said, I'm flattered. I didn't really think of you that way. But I did end up falling for you. And I was kind of like trying to pinpoint, when did she fall for me? So I was like, when did you fall for me? What was the precise moment? Because before that, she thought of me as a friend and as a comedian. I kid you not. I was at my brother's wedding. She shows up at the wedding. She's holding her coat. I'm sorry if I told you this already. She's holding her coat. I walk up to her. I say, hey, let me take your coat. She goes, no, it's okay. No, it's That's what she sounded like. No, you don't have to take my coat. It's okay. That's okay. I said, let me take your coat. No. It's my coat. I don't need to. I go, let me hang up your coat. She goes, no. I go, give me the damn coat. And I grabbed it from her. And I went and I hung that fucking coat on a hook. I hung that fucking coat like no one's ever hung a coat. With confidence and assertiveness. Not a joke at all. She said, the moment I fell for you was when you took my coat. Because you took charge and you took control. Well, fuck me running. That's what it took. I'm wearing cool socks. I got nice clothes on. I got a suit on. I'm trying. She's seeing me doing stand-up. I'm doing this and that. I'm doing cartwheels. I'm making homemade sushi. I'm doing all sorts of stuff. Learning how to roast my own coffee. Taking her, just going, give me the fucking coat. Shut up and give me the coat. That was the moment she fell in love with me. Women like that, okay? They just do. And I was getting to be a little bit resentful of the fact that men had to make all the moves, and I was sick of it. And I'm going, ladies, it's your turn. But I'm like, you know what, man? Fuck that. I'm gonna man up. I'm gonna court women because sometimes gender roles are actually important. They are. I'm sorry. Life is confusing and it's chaotic, and humans like to know what is happening. They like things to be less complex as possible. I'm not saying there's room for adjusting all these gender roles and everything, but sometimes it's good to just know that. Because look, I didn't date for years because I was like, well, women are going to start picking up the slack, and women are by the way dominating in the university. They're dominating in a lot of fields right now. And I was like, okay, well, they're making more money. They're going to start coming to me. And it didn't happen. So I made that decision. I'm going to start grabbing fucking coats. So that's what I did after we broke up. I need another girlfriend. I just start walking up to women, go, give me the damn coat. And they're like, what's going on? Go, give me your fucking coat. I'm going to hang your coat up. She's like, it's winter. It's February and we're out in the park. What are you talking about? I said, give me the coat. And I'm ripping coats off of women, hanging them on trees, hanging them on fences. Look, a lot of restraining orders, a few lawsuits, and I was arrested 9 times. It didn't work. There was some context with the coat thing. But the assertiveness is what I've kept since I've been out. of the slammer. So I'm just saying, start a conversation. If you're scared, it's okay. Most men are. Learn how to just be conversational. And then once you start doing it, you know, look, you do that 3 or 4 times a day, eventually someone's going to go out with you. It's just going to happen. And I'm just worried about it. I'm worried about it because I'm seeing men being more and more afraid for many reasons. 1, they're just afraid of women. Okay? 2, they're terrified of women. 3, some residual Me Too stuff with the toxic masculinity and sort of confusing assertiveness and manliness, healthy masculinity with the toxic stuff. I think that got jumbled. That definitely scared me a little bit. Like, oh, if I'm too aggressive. So I became a nice guy and I was just nice and nobody wanted to fuck me. Okay? Okay, people, new rule. Stop being a pussy. Okay, new rule. Grab somebody's coat. So, another thing. We're simple people. Again, and I'm not making a judgment here, but this is just a reality. Genders are starting to merge. It is getting, and I live in New York. I know I'm in a bit of a bubble here. I'm a bubble boy, Jerry. I'm a bubble boy. It's getting harder to actually know what gender somebody is. So it's creating more anxiety for men to approach women if they don't know if it's a woman. Look, I'm not being like fucking, you know, like your grandparents here and just rejecting change. This is a reality. Like there's gonna be, if you make major shifts in something that's been pretty consistent throughout time, there's going to be consequences. And I think that's just a fact. So I think men are going to be less and less brave to approach women because they think they might get rejected. They're not sure what their gender is. They don't want their forward and assertiveness to be confused with toxic masculinity. So they're pulling back. And this is having consequences. There was just a study out. I'm going to pull it up and maybe I'll put it on the YouTube version. But something like 50% of women in their 30s will be single by X year. That's not good. It's not good. You hit 30, you hit 40, you're single, you're not married, you don't have kids. Like, good luck. Some people can do it. Some people can do it and they don't want kids, they don't want a family. But you're competing with a biological fucking force of nature that you can't necessarily just turn off with a switch. Look, I didn't want kids. Now I do. I want a wife and I want kids and I want a family because biology is just kind of doing its thing. I can't hold it back anymore. Also, this rent's fucking expensive. I'd love to split it. I would love to split it. So that's a fear. And then I'm afraid that women are going to start. And I've met a lot of women. I've dated them where like, look, I kind of got sick of men. So I tried being a lesbian. My friend calls them lesbians, sort of like a lazy lesbian because you're not fully lesbian. And it's easier for women to make the switch because women are beautiful. You don't meet as many bisexual men. And that's because men are disgusting, okay? Really, really gross. And it's not homophobic. I'm disgusted by men, including myself sometimes. I can't wait to shave this beard, by the way. So the rise of lesbians is going to increase, and then men are going to be even more and more afraid. I think it's going to be this vicious, vicious cycle until we're all fucking robots. So, hey, look, I hope you learned something, but I appreciate it if you'd like to support this show. As always, patreon.com/Tyler Talks. The video version will be up every Tuesday. The audio version will be up every Monday, but patrons, they get the video first. Pretty cool. Have a great week. Take a break from the news if you can. Do some journaling maybe. Write about something that you want in your life. Start putting it out in the universe. All right? Good to see you. I'll see you next week.